How a woman becomes a wife. Good day. Hey sis, welcome back to the channel. Take your seat, class is in session. So, a good woman who is ready for marriage positions herself for marriage. It's all about mindset. My content isn't about dark femininity or femininity in any way. It's for women who are looking to learn how to be good women and good wives to their good husbands. Now, there is a shift in how a woman thinks and the way she acts when she's ready for marriage. She does this by doing a lot of work on herself as a person. When I say work, I mean emotional and psychological work. Now, there are therapists who support women to heal from their traumas and overcome the emotional breakdown they may have experienced in life that is causing them to be unattractive to good men. Now, for others, it can be the simple challenge of simply fixing bad behaviors here and there and putting in habits for the right positioning. Now, a woman, in my opinion, becomes a wife material when she is able to self-govern. Becoming wife material is not about waiting for a man to do everything for you. It's about being independent in thought and being self-sufficient. So as a woman, it's essential that I know how to be able to control my emotions and not rely on someone else to handle them for me. As a woman, you should be able to feed yourself, both literally and metaphorically. And you shouldn't feel the need that you need a man to provide for your basic needs. It's about being empowered in your own way and capable of taking care of yourself. So you bring strength and resilience to a relationship. Two good skills that you need to bring to the table. Now, being wife material means you can go out and get things that you desire without depending on a man to do it for you. It's about having your own goals, your dreams, and the ability to pursue them independently. When you can stand on your 2 feet, it not only makes you a more attractive partner, but it also contributes to building a healthier and more balanced relationship. Nobody wants a crooked table. Now, being wife material is about being a complete and fulfilled individual who adds value to a partnership rather than relying on the other person to complete you. If you went into business with your friend, would you expect them to run the entire aspect of the business? No, you've got to have something you're contributing to the business. So it works in marriage, in relationships, however you see it. I believe a woman should know how to be independent, to do her own things, and be capable of making daily decisions without always needing advice. No, a single independent woman should learn how to be independent in her thoughts and in her decision making. Bearing in mind, when there is an external party to seek advice from, you're seeking it not because you just want to hear what they're saying, but because you value their contribution. So as a wife, you cannot always wait for your husband to make a decision. At the same time, you have to learn when to drop the independence around your spouse. Now, spouses rely on each other for support and shared decision making, but you don't want to depend on your husband for every single decision. It's overbearing. You don't want to become needy. It's unfair on your husband, it's unattractive, but also it impacts on you as a woman in the long term. Now, in handling your emotions, you should be able to assess your emotions at any given time. Once you've assessed, you then take responsibility for how you're feeling. You don't just fly off the handle because you've heard something or an issue caught you by surprise. There is no yekba, mube. It doesn't happen. There is excitement. And then there is composure. I'm not saying you become robotic, no, but you practice self-regulation. A good woman is balanced emotionally, logically, and energetically, even in her behavior. This way, there is peace because you stay consistent in all aspects of your life and your relationship or marriage. And your husband or partner is able to relate with you. When you become self-regulative, you can't relate to someone who is jittery or all over the place, can you? You have to place yourself in your husband's shoes, place yourself in your man's shoes. How does it feel? And that takes me on to the next point. A good woman becomes a good wife when she is non-judgmental. You see, marriage is not always exciting. It isn't always glamorous, no matter what you see online. And it isn't always filled with butterflies. The good man you marry won't always look good to you all the time. Yes. But as a wife, you have to be able to put your husband's quirks without complaining. You don't berate him like a child or judge his upbringing. Bearing in mind, you're human. You've got upbringing as well. So by being accepting of another's imperfection, it is very, very humbling. Marriage involves accepting each other's imperfections, each other's quirks. When you tolerate your husband's quirks, he will eventually do the same for you. It's the way in which the world works. Women have to be the one to put the foot forward first. What you get is a long-term reward that changes the way in which the man acts or behave. That is one secret nobody shares. A woman becomes a wife when she realizes that the journey gets easier with experience. You give yourself time to learn and grow on this wonderful journey. And while you're learning, you maintain respect. You maintain the respect for yourself. You exude a type of self-confidence that is unmatched. You can't buy it. There is no way. You can't put it on because it's a long-term thing. And I'm not one to use the term high-value woman because somehow it's meant to imply this financial capability, securing the bag, wearing brands on display, being flashy, this and that. Yet there's that presence of bad manners. I simply don't get it. They've got terrible behavior, they're manipulative, and then unapproachable. All my opinion, of course. Now, when a woman sits and embraces her femininity, she is bold, she stands tall, she's assertive. At the same time, she is not rude. It's all in the way in which you carry yourself for the world to see. Now, if a man walks up to you and tries to chat you up, if you're not interested, as a woman of grace and substance, there are ways you let such a man down gently without hurting his ego. It takes a lot of guts to walk up to a woman and ask her out, have you tried it? You should. Because when you try it once, you will know it takes a lot of balls. That's why they have balls. A woman of grace is not brash about it. You are not insulting because you could be hurting a potential good man who could turn out to be your husband. You don't know. Humor and charm are very good tools to turn down interest. You have to learn it. And lastly from me today, a good woman becomes a wife when she learns how to effectively correct bad behavior. That is without you ignoring tantrums and effectively correcting bad behavior. There will be details on that, probably in another video. Now, being a wife is not easy. I'm not saying to you that it's easy and you're meant to be smiling all the time, but it's a life of service. Selflessness is a wonderful quality, but it has to be mutual. So watch out for the trait in your husband too. It's always there. It may be subtle, but it's always there. Good husbands go to the ends of the earth for their wives. In a healthy relationship or marriage, both partners are, and they should be willing to make sacrifices for the well-being of their relationship and other. As I say, and I always say, my way is not the way, but simply a way that offers you an alternative way of being a woman and a wife. I hope you find today's content valuable. Don't forget to like so that you can reach more wives and wives to be. Subscribe and share with others till I come your way again next time.